LSU, and I'm sure you'll do it further in these last two games with Jay playing some, and even moving Corey over to corner at times with nickel packages. How do you like that when you look at the film?
I liked it a lot. You know, Jay, it was really good to get Jay involved, and for the most part, he played a really solid game in a really tough environment. So it's good to get those young guys in critical situations to go play, and that only gives you confidence for these next 3 games.
You've been alerting us the last couple of weeks. Watch for Danico Autry, and he had that game.
He has, you know, from weeks since probably midpoint of the season, from Middle Tennessee on, he's just becoming a guy, a real guy, and he's having fun. He's able to use his talents, and now I'm beginning to see more of what his talents are, and being able to implement them into our game plan. So we just got to, keep our foot on the gas with Danico, and make sure he processes all the information.
He may have actually coach.
Somebody called me about
the secondary breakdown. Coach Butler mentioned it.
The biggest thing is communication, leverage, knowing where your help is and everything. When you look at the teams that are playing really good football in big games, they're not having a lot of mental errors. Usually when you see a lot of communication pre-snap, it's usually not pretty good. So, that's the biggest thing, is getting those guys lined up, great communication out on the field, and we can help that, obviously, by, like you say, less is always more, especially at this point in the season.
You've been able to play Nick and Quay a lot more, the last few weeks. Just talk about their progression 10 games into their first year.
Well, they're practicing better. One of the toughest things for a young guy is to practice his tail off every week and not have an opportunity to play. And what you see now is that confidence. And, what all it does, it makes practice so much better. It creates more competition throughout practice. And it bodes well for us, because now you see these guys are excited every day to come out and go practice, because they know they're going to play in games and in critical moments. So, they were there early, and they were really instrumental, both those guys early on, of limiting their run game in some of our packages. So I was excited to see them go out and play.
Looking to Arkansas, maybe almost Tennessee-like in that you talk about the passing offense, but they've got a good enough running game to
very similar. Very similar. You look at the two, obviously, premier quarterbacks is what you look at. Big-time backs, and with Niles Davis back there, they've got skilled guys across the board, and when you can combine that with the receiver number 11, they got the 3-headed monster back there. So you've got to have a plan in place for all of those guys, and you got to decide on any given day, what do you have to take away to win the football game, and that's really important.
Talk about what you've seen from Corey Pruitt since you've taken over.
He's kind of, Corey's been great for us, because Corey allows us to, put him in multiple roles, and he doesn't miss a beat once he does it. So, Corey can play corner, Corey can play safety, Corey can play nickel, and he feels comfortable with not only getting himself lined up, but communicating to the rest of the guys what has to be done. So, it's been an ace for us.